Hey, what's up guys, it's Cobalt here. Welcome back to another video. I'm doing another LPS custom video. That should come as no surprise. But in today's video, I thought that I would show you all of my superhero related customs. Now, normally when I do collection tours like this, I show you a wide variety of all the new customs I have, but I thought that I would specifically show you my superhero themed ones. Some of them you have seen in collection videos, but I'm just going to be, talking about each custom as if I have not shown them to you guys before, so you don't have to go back and, look through that whole video. You can just see all my superhero customs right here, right now. So without further ado, let's get right on into it. All of the customs I'm going to be showing you today are Marvel characters except for two of them, so I'm going to start with those two. And first up we have Kick-Ass. This yellow book back here is actually a Kick-Ass comic, but this version is specifically him from the movie. All of the characters, their costumes between the comics and the movies are drastically different, except for his. It's literally exactly the same, except for in the movie it has this like mouth cut out, and then in the comics it doesn't. I just think this version is funnier, so that's why I made it this way. But yeah, the stripes are a bit rough because this green paint that I used is not the best. Like it has a weird formula, so it's not super opaque, and same with the yellow, to be completely honest. And I made this guy in 2019, I don't remember, but it was a couple years ago. So this was made from a fake short hair cat, and the only things that I sculpted was this part for the mask, and then the little parts around the hands for the gloves, and around the feet for the shoes. Next up we have Spawn. He's a big custom because he's a Great Dane, but he's also got a giant felt cape. Spawn has a giant cape, and I did not know how to create that. I was originally trying to do it with clay, but I decided that fabric was the best way to go, which it turned out cool, but I kind of wish I could have done it with clay because I just personally don't like the way felt looks on anything. I don't know, felt is just weird. But this was made from a fake Great Dane. I sculpted right here and actually under the eyes as well to make a new eye shape and also to make him look kind of angry. And then I sculpted all of these, spike thingies and armbands and whatnot, and the skull and chain around him, and I made the tail lower, and I think he looks really cool. Okay, now onto the Marvel customs. I'm staying zoomed out because we have another Great Dane. This is Thanos. First off, I want to start by saying I made the Infinity Gauntlet on the wrong hand. Yeah, this is Thanos. He's a bit rough because I did not sand down anything on the face, and I didn't really get it as smooth as I could have gotten it, but it's alright. As for the eyes, these are my favorite eyes that I've ever made of any custom. I sculpted the Infinity Gauntlet, obviously, and I sculpted all these golden pieces for the clothes, and then the part around the arms, and yeah. I also put some clay here and here to make those lines, same with on his chin, and then these lines here, and then I gave him some angry eyebrows. His eyes turned out very cool, I think. And those are, yeah, like as I said, my favorite eyes that I've ever done before on a custom. Alright, next up we have Wanda and Vision. In my last video, I did sort of a video showing you some work in progress customs that I was working on, and these two were in it, and now that they're done, I really wanted to show you guys, and that's sort of the main reason why I decided to make this video. If you follow me on Instagram though, you would have seen all of these customs, but you would have seen these guys already, so follow me on Instagram. But let's start off with Wanda. So, yeah, Scarlet Witch, whatever. Get out of here, Vision. Okay, so here she is. She's so cool, because, yeah, basically her costume in episode 9, the final episode, was super hot, and I was like, okay, I need to make that into a custom. But, yeah, so she's made from a fake short hair cat, and I sculpted the headpiece. It's still a little lumpy, but I didn't end up sanding the major lumps down. It's got, like, that crack-looking thing in it. And then I sculpted her hair, of course, and I did some like shading and highlight stuff, tried to add more detail, and I think it looks very cool. This is my first time doing like long hair, I guess, like longer hair. It's not super long. And then I sculpted the cape part looking thing, and then of course all the black lines pretty much are sculpted parts. I looked it up. Apparently she has blue eyes, but I'm not gonna confirm that, so I kind of did like a bluish green right there, and then added the red, like she's using her powers. Alright, here he is. So his eyes also look very cool. I'll zoom in again on them at the end so you can see him better, but It's made from a fake Great Dane, and I sculpted the cape, and the Mind Stone on his head, and the little, those pieces. I think I talked about this in my last video, but basically as for, I guess, sort of the design, but mainly the colors, I wanted to combine the comic book design and the MCU design because I like both of them. So I made the grayish part more green because he's green and red in the comics, and so I changed up a bit of his suit, simplified it obviously for the custom, and his design was simplified for the custom as well. But yeah, Wanda's suit is also obviously simplified. And then his eyes, that's what they look like. I got some metallic coloring in there, and I also think that his turned out very, very cool, and they look so good together. Okay, so all of the rest of the customs I'm going to be showing you are Spider-Man related. I'm going to start with these two because they go together. This is actually my Spider Sona, so technically an OC, but he's a superhero, and he would technically be a Marvel character because he's a spider person. So this is my Spider Sona Webs. I will put a picture of him on the screen right now so you can see what he would actually look like as a person. The main thing is that I did not paint on the webbing. This guy was made in 2018 or 2019, so a couple years ago, and I just did not, I don't even know if I can do that now, actually, to be completely honest. But if I were to remake this custom, I'd at least try to do that. So he's made from a fake short haircut again, and I sculpted the hair. His hair like sticks out of his suit somehow, don't question it, it just does. I sculpted these things on his hands, which are supposed to be web shooters. They don't actually work. And then I sculpted the parts for his shorts. The hat is a Playmobil accessory. I did not sculpt it. Yeah, on his suit he actually has like orange parts on his legs, but I couldn't really fit those, and yeah, I couldn't fit a lot of things, but it's okay. I still think he's cool, even though he is a bit old. But now, let's talk about the other custom that I have here with Webs. So this is, if Webs is my Spider Sona, technically, then this is my Symbiote Sona, because you know ya boys gotta have one of those. I'm obsessed with symbiotes on so many levels. It's kind of a problem, probably. So this is Envy. He is Webs' symbiote. He's not a good guy. He's very, very evil. This is made from an authentic LPS, one of those walking cats or destiny cats, whatever you prefer to call them. I sculpted the hair looking thing. I sculpted the eyes, which I'm very happy with how I painted them. Same with the tongue. I used a lot of neon paint for that part. And it has 4 eyes. And I sculpted the teeth, and I sculpted the tongue. The tongue is my favorite part. And I sculpted the tail, and I sculpted all these claws on his hands, and then basically covered the whole thing in hot glue. Alright, since we're on the track of showing symbiote customs, here's my next one. This is Carnage, which I do plan on repurposing / remaking this custom. Basically what I mean by that is this Great Dane body type just doesn't fit Carnage. Carnage is definitely more of a short hair cat because compared to Venom, he's a lot skinnier and lankier. So I'm going to be turning this one into Toxin, I think, which is the spawn of Carnage, and then making a new Carnage out of short hair cat. That might be a while, but for now, this is Carnage. Got his classic Carnage mouth, again, covered in hot glue. That's the best way to make symbiotes. His eyes are made of hot glue as well, because I believe I made this when I was out of clay, which was a while ago. The eyes don't look very good, but, other than that, it's cool, gets the job done. And then here's my custom of Venom. Another thing, I think when I remake my Carnage custom, I want to do half human, half symbiote. So that's what I did with Venom. So, his hair would probably be peeking through at the top, but I did not sculpt hair on him. So maybe Eddie Brock is bald right now. But I do really like the eye. I think it turned out really cool. I did not sculpt the mouth. I just painted it on. He had a tongue at one point, but I never really attached it. But he probably should have a tongue. Once again, covered in hot glue. And I think this one looks really cool, but I forgot to add the white rectangles on his hands, and the spider looks super weird. It does not look like a spider at all. And here is a, relative close-up on the eye because, again, I think it looks pretty dope. And the final custom is the Lizard, which is a Spider-Man villain. If you didn't know, he's in the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. He's in one of them. I don't know. Those movies suck, and the Lizard looks like trash in that movie, so don't watch it. But here he is. This is definitely the comic book design. This was made from an iguana. I had to sculpt the, well, I'd cut off the fin part, and I sort of try to go over it, but this could definitely be sanded down because it looks horrible. I made this custom in like 2 days. I sculpted these scales on his head, did a lot of shading, sculpted the eyes, and originally it was kind of a mistake to have one eye bigger than the other, but it looks like he's kind of like, you know, squinting or something, or like doing a cool expression, and I really like that. Sculpted his mouth, and then I sculpted his clothes. Alright guys, so those are all of my superhero customs that I've currently made. I'm definitely going to make more because I love superheroes. I've got so much superhero merch in my room. So maybe in the future you guys will see another video like this. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!